Jenkins.
I'm Gabe.
And I'm Isaiah.
And we're your anchors for Thursday, November 29th.
Please stand for the pledge.
Today is National Rockefeller Center Tree Lighting Day.
Your lunch options for today will include walking taco, pepperoni calzone, and Big Uncrustable and chicken patties.
Besides today are broccoli with cheese, baked potatoes, and a fresh veggie tray.
In national news, a gender reveal party almost set a 47,000-acre wildlife in Arizona on fire. Here's CNN with the video.
Start packing up! Huh? Start packing up!
No.
Because it is National Rockefeller Center Tree Lighting Day, we want to share a story from NBC with you that interviews the maker of the star that sits on the top of the tree.
Oh, look, what finally arrived. It's a new star for the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. Yes, some assembly required for the 70 spikes and LED lights that illuminate 3 million Swarovski crystals.
It weighs, 900 pounds. Its diameter is, more than 10 feet in size. So it's a huge object.
Daniel Liebeskind is the star's creator. He's the energetic architect of dozens of oh wow buildings around the globe, including the New World Trade Center in New York. A star for this tree, not the easiest commission.
So when it comes to something like this, though, so many millions and millions of people over time will see this star. What's your aim? What was your purpose?
It's a symbol of peace. It's a symbol across nations, religions, ethnicities. It speaks to everybody of the beauty of the world.
Liebeskind is the child of Polish immigrants who survived the Holocaust. He came to America with little more than his talent and ambition. Stars speak to him.
They're infinite. They're magnets for our minds, for our thoughts.
Our imagination, our dreams. This star, a star of wonder. Harry Smith, NBC News, New York.
Now to Taj with the sports and weather.
Thank you, anchors. 7th and 8th grade boys basketball has a Marion County tournament tonight. Swimming and diving trials will be held tomorrow and December the 3rd. Both wrestling and swimming along with diving are open to MSDOT 6th graders. So if you have a younger sibling or neighbor interested in these programs, be sure to let them know about the opportunity. LC plays LN in boys basketball next Wednesday. Tickets go on sale at tonight's Belzers games and during lunches next week. Pre-sale tickets cost $6 or $10 at the gate. Both LC and LN are ranked in the state. Wrestling conditioning is on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, so you can still join the team. Swimming trials are on Friday and Monday. Winter cheerleading trials are in December the 10th and the 11th. Girls basketball trials are in December the 11th and the 13th. Today will be a high of 38 degrees and a low of 35 degrees, along with a 92% chance of snow and a 20% chance of rain. Now back to our anchors.
Thanks, Taj.
Any 7th grader interested in the 8th grade annual trip to Washington, D.C. should have their parents attend an informational meeting on Monday, December 10th at 6 p.m. in the LGI room. Please enter through door 14. Please have your parents plan now to attend. If they are unable to make this meeting, see Miss Sams. This is the time to start planning for next year's trip.
Last night, the 7th grade academic pursuit team lost to a close match to Decatur, losing by just 2 points. Scoring for Belzer were Cameron Williams, Natalie Little, Claudia Gulen Baradas, CJ Price, and Danny Yang.
The 8th grade team improved their record to 3-0, beating Decatur 19-5. Scorers for the Bruins were Alexander and Abigail Toriainen, Zach Dalwin, Jay Gupta, Adam Cheney, and Gracie Davis. Next Wednesday is their match against our rivals, Fall Creek Valley.
The celebrity birthday for today is football player Russell Wilson, who is the quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks.
Our random fact of the day is that you can start a fire with ice.
Now I'm Mr. Harsher with the rest of your morning announcements.
Have a great day, Bruins.
Good morning, Bruins. First of all, I just want to take a minute to thank all of the students and teachers. Yesterday morning's second step lesson was fantastic. I popped in quite a few different classrooms and loved the conversations that I saw happening between teachers and students, and most importantly, between students and students. I want to give a special shout out to Mr. Harvey's College Prep. I heard good things about the lesson that went on in there. Mr. Harvey was extremely pleased with the participation and with the sincerity and just the overall effort that students in that room gave. So I wanted to give you guys a public shout out this morning. Thanks for all that you're doing and leading by example for other students in the building. Today I want to talk a little bit about expectations and rules. And the reason I do that is in just a minute, Mrs. Neal is going to come on and talk to you about a survey that we're going to ask all students in the building to fill out today. Guys, I think most of you probably know this, but I want to talk about why in a school such as Belzer, really why in lots of different places, there are certain rules that exist. In a building of our size with over 1,200 students, we have to have rules in order to keep order. So there are certain expectations that we have in the building that we need to enforce in order to keep you safe. If we didn't have any rules, people came and went as they pleased, did whatever it was that they pleased, we would have chaos. And we don't want chaos, especially when we are in an environment where we come to school to learn. We've got to make sure that here at this building, the adults and the students work together to make sure that we are following the rules, okay? So, just like in a restaurant, restaurants, believe it or not, even though they may not have them posted, they may not give out a handbook of rules, there are certain expectations that exist that patrons that come into that restaurant have to follow if they want to stay and receive those services there at that restaurant. And our building is no different, guys. We have over the years established as a building, as a staff, even as a district, about what rules are important for us to be able to manage a safe and good learning environment for students. So, I'm going to turn it over here to Mrs. Neal, who's going to talk to you a little bit. I think this is perfect timing as we go into the last couple weeks of our first semester, and it will springboard us into a really, really great start when we come back from break in January as well. Just a refresher course about what the expectations are here at Belzer and why some of those rules actually exist. So please stay tuned and listen carefully. Mrs. Neal's going to talk a little bit about an activity she's got students working on today and kind of what that looks like as far as rules and procedures go.
Good morning, students and staff. Today we're going to take some time to go over some information that we need all students in the building to complete. It is actually, I'm calling it a survey because we want to know how much you already know, and then we're going to spend some time covering other topics maybe you don't know about. Mr. Smith and Mr. Bergman will join us over the next couple days, next week, and we will go over these areas, okay? Now, from what I understand, all of you should know where your student launch page is. So for those of you who don't know, let's take a look at it. That's what it looks like. And you'll see it says Student Launch. At the very top, we have added the Student Services button. So we're going to click on that Student Services button. So students, all of you should now have your computers out, and you should go to the student homepage. You will see some students. I think this is a funny page because some of these students, this is a picture taken from elementary, so you may recognize some students. They look a little younger. But what we're going to do is take a look at that, go to Student Services, and bam, it is right there on that page. There are 25 questions that we need for you to answer. It will take you probably no more than 2 or 3 minutes. I will give prizes to any and all students who complete this with 100% accuracy. So you will go into a lottery. I don't know how many I'll have. I have lots of prizes, so I'm willing to give them up. But I want you to take your time and complete this survey, taking them one at a time and reading them carefully, and then answering the question. And then, if you get all of them right, the students who get those right, you'll go into a lottery, and we will know who you are. So please take this seriously, because what we want to do is make sure that we're all on the same page and making sure that you understand the rules and regulations and expectations that we have in our building. So the questions cover a range of things from the nurse's office to how you walk in the hall to technology and all of those things. So we're going to zoom in on this. And again, so that everybody's on the same page. Hopefully we can see that. There you go. All righty. Go ahead again, click on Student Services. I think that's right. And once you click on there, go ahead and take the survey. So spend the rest of this time taking that survey. And teachers, if you would monitor the students, feel free to even post it and go over each question one by one. It's up to you the way you want to do it. But students, we need all of you to answer the questions. Okay, very good. Have a great day.